Satnam. Hi, my name is Penny Petman. I am a Kundalini Yoga teacher and the founder of Divine Spirit, which is a holistic health company providing Kundalini Yoga plus coaching, of which I'm a feminine empowerment coach and a well-being coach, and provide plant remedies for stress and anxiety. So I wanted to do this little short video for you to give you some background about Kundalini Yoga, in the hope that it's an introduction so that when you come along to a class, whether it's a live or an online class, you'll feel prepared, more prepared for the class so that you can get the most out of it. You've probably read a little bit about Kundalini, and Kundalini is a calling. So if you found yourself here, then you have been called by the wonderful Kundalini energy. And it's a really ancient form of yoga, practice of yoga. It was once only taught to nobility and the royalty behind closed doors and secrecy because of the power it yields. The idea behind this Kundalini energy, is that it resides inside of us at the base of the spine, 3.5 times coiled around the base of the spine like a serpent. And this is the energy that when it's awakened, it really unlocks and unleashes our divine potential, giving us access to energy and insights and awareness and consciousness that we would not typically tune and tap into. So even to the extent where it can awaken abilities, extrasensory abilities, third eye awakening, psychic, telepathic abilities, all sorts of things like that. So it's a little bit like having a DNA upgrade. And I think anyone that gets drawn to this kind of work is typically on the path where they feel and they know there's something more to life, and they really want to just tap into their full potential to not only connect with that for themselves, but with something bigger and greater, a greater consciousness, a collective consciousness. So yeah, it's kind of interchangeably said Shakti energy, Kundalini energy. It's a very feminine, wild energy, primordial energy. And yeah, this is what we're here to do, is to awaken that through various different practices and techniques, breath work, mudras, mantras, all sorts of things that we do here. And it's a very spiritual practice, of course. So some of the exercises we do work on a really deep level, and you may not notice or know what's happening for just a few weeks. Some of them you might just instantly feel and you completely resonate with them, totally straight from the word go. So to get the best out of these classes, there's 3 things that are really critical. One is coming in with an open mind, a beginner's mind, curiosity, wonder of a child, that real sort of, wow, what's going to happen? That's always really good anyway for learning anything new. So I definitely recommend coming in with that kind of beginner's mind. The other thing is about discipline versus surrender. And what I mean by that is that it's really important to work with your body. If you have had a really tough day and your body is just feeling quite weak and it needs a bit more TLC, then don't push yourself to do anything. Come to the class anyway, because you will get so much from the amplified field and the breath work and the meditations, and you'll typically will end up feeling more energized from it anyway. But do respect the body when the body is like, no, I just don't want to do that move, or I just need to rest. You can always do these moves in your mind's eye And they have actually proven that the mind fires off the muscles in the exact sequence if you really strongly visualize what you're doing as if you were doing it. So there's been basketball players, there's been many studies done where teams have been told to just run through the exercise in their mind's eye, and they're getting the same amazing results from that. So that surrender versus discipline, sometimes it isn't your body, but it's your mind pretending to be your body. So in that case, I would say you know the difference, and I'll invite you to encourage your mind to just take a little back seat and push on through, because self-discipline is a massive part of this. Self-discipline creates self-mastery, and that is also what we're here to learn. So you know the difference. Sometimes you need to take your foot off the pedal. Sometimes you need to put it on. My tweaks and instructions as I go through is a mixture of both, so that you can tune into the words that you know you need. Do you need encouragement or to do more, or do you need permission to do less? And I'm here to give you both of those things. So the final thing that I really want to bring down as your number 3 is awareness. Most of us walk around with this head bubble, completely disconnected from the body, just thinky, very heady. And what happens is when we disconnect with the body, this is when we really come out of harmony and alignment with ourselves. We invite in dis-ease and even dis-ease because we are not present with ourselves. And one of the things that I really encourage during the class is to be the moves, like not just do the moves, but be them. So whenever you are stretching your body out, see if you can feel yourself in all of your cells coming out to your fingertips, stretching out, taking up your full space of your body. And this is so amazingly important because it's also mindfulness. It's a form of meditation. So the entire practice, therefore, is a form of meditation because you're really feeling every single move that you make. And when you do that, you invite presence into the body. This is so powerfully healing. So that's a really big part of it. So the class format, there is a format the class follows. And typically you'll come in and we will just tune into the body. So I'll give a mantra, which is a mudra, which is a sacred seal. It's usually like a hand gesture. We'll have some kind of gesture that brings us in to our body. We get a chance to just sit and breathe for a moment, connect to ourselves, work out how we feel, and then set an intention for what we want for the class. Then we will tune in with a mantra. And a mantra is a sacred utterance. It's in Sanskrit. And Sanskrit is a really ancient language, predates all religion. It's the oldest language that's in use today. And everything about this language is all about vibration and frequency. And what's amazing about that, as Tesla said, the answers of the universe, the secrets of the universe, is all about vibration and frequency. So it's a really powerful. We don't necessarily know what we're chanting, we might not consciously know, but our body, our cells, ancestrally, we carry this information and it unlocks things within us, even if we don't realise that's what it's doing. And if you've ever seen that experiment, which is really amazing, which is like a tray of sand that is placed on top of a speaker, and the speaker just plays music. Could be like strong, heavy, light, anything. Whatever it's playing, the sand vibrates into these amazing shapes. So different shapes depending on what the music energy frequency is. And it's usually beautiful, sort of almost geometric patterns that happens. And that is what's happening in our cells. as we are uttering the mantra, our cells are waking up and having this like memory unload that's happening. And you don't just to, if you're uncomfortable with actually chanting out loud, you don't need to. You can just be saying it in your mind's eye. I would encourage at least trying to do that, even if it's in your mind eye or whispering it, because as we're making the moves, even with our mouth, that's having an impact. So we'll have a mantra. We tune in with Om Namah Shivaya, which is one of my, well, it's a beautiful, very, very powerful and simple mantra, which just means universal consciousness is one. And it brings in all the 5 elements, so that's fire, earth, ether, fire, air, ether, earth, and water. And it's also a really special one for me because my father used to chant it when he was doing Kundalini Yoga himself when I was just a child. So it's got like a special place in my heart. So I tune in with that. We just chant that 4 times, and then we move into some nice warm-up exercises. Then we get up, I turn the music up full blast, and we all just close our eyes, and in our own little space we just move around. It could just be a shake, or it could be a full-on dance. Nothing, no performance, no one's watching anyone. We're just moving, and like I said, it could just be a bounce, and that's all it needs to be. Then from that we go into a sequence of asana, so that's hatha yoga practice. Then we move into some kriya, which is like breath work and movement, focus movement together. Again, be working on specific areas of the body, opening up chakras, etc. Then we move into some more pranayama. We've been doing pranayama through the kriyas, but we'll have a specific section just for breath work. Then we go into some meditation, and the meditation can be all types of meditation. It could be celestial, guided, japa, could be all types of meditations, and even silence. And then you get to have your shavasana, where you really get to lie down and do absolutely nothing except to integrate the lesson and let your body fully rest and relax. So this is the process that we'll have, and we have different themes we work on every term, and I put that out and let you all know what that's going to be. So that's just a little introduction I wanted to give so that you feel a bit more prepared for the class. The only other thing I want to share with you is something called a bandha lock. So I'm going to be giving out instructions for ladies, because there is, with our hormones and our cycles, there are times when the first 3 days you really want to take it very, very easy on the system. The body is releasing and it's going through its own work, so you don't want to put it under too much strain. And at those times you will just be gentle with yourself, and you won't apply any bandha locks, and you won't be doing some of the pranayama, like the heavy breath work where it's really pumping on the navel. That will just be nice, gentle breathing. Again, you'll still get benefit from it. If you feel like coming, come. If you feel like taking some time to rest, do that. Listen to your body. But with a bandha lock, so bandha locks are just these both physical and energetic constrictions that we make in various places in the body. And then what we do is, when you constrict the energy in these places, these locations, and hold your breath and then release, what happens is all the energy, all the blood, everything flows through it. And if you've got any energetic, psychic blocks in the body, it pushes things through, so it really lets things flow. It's a lot of the work in Kundalini is all about the chakras, which are energy systems through the body, and they relate to emotional frequencies, they relate to character traits, they relate to physical situations like digestive system, sexual system, endocrine, all these things at the same time. So it's a lot that we do with chakras. With the bandha lock, the main one that we do right from the word go is a Muladhara Mulabandha lock. So Muladhara is the root chakra, and this is just located right in the sexual center. So a Mulabandha lock is where we lift, squeeze back and up our sexual organs and our anus and our lower belly, and we hold our breath and really lift and pull and squeeze the energy as we lift and vortex that energy around our spine, lifting it all the way up to the crown, and we hold it there as long as we can, and then we release, and we get this beautiful flush of energy through the body. It does wonders for our youth, our complexion, and our peace of mind, our vitality, and so forth. So a Mulabandha lock is one of the things I wanted to briefly explain to you. I will tell you a lot more, but we'll go into that instantly from the word go. So it's worth you knowing what that is. So thank you for listening. I'm really looking forward to meeting you, whether that's in a live class or in an online class. And if you have any questions, please just ping me a mail. I'm very happy to answer them for you. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you soon. Namaste and Sat Nam. Thank you.